Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking projector. It is from a company called Gammabai and this is model called Joy. Again, this is a 720p native resolution, but it brings you an ease that you could watch your movies and also playing games and even view some documents very nice and easily. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family and make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. So here are all the components that are part of the box. Now it comes with this little page that will give you their website and also their contact information. It's really cool. And then when you look on the back part of it, it has the information that you need to fill out. It comes with this user manual and it does say Joy right in the bottom of it, but you can see it comes with different languages. The first part is in English. You can go through it and you can see everything about interface. We will cover most of these on this video and also about the remote itself, how you can fix the Keystone, Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth settings, which we're going to cover in this video itself. Also how you will be able to mirrorcast things from iOS or Android, and also how you will be able to connect with DLNA, except that the digital zoom, how that works, we will cover it in this video. This will be able to help you out, but it is pretty thick. You can see how thick that is. And then in the bottom, they do have everything as a video instruction on their website. You can just scan this. Even from this video itself, you will be able to present it on your phone. You will be able to see the videos, except that all the information is in the bottom. It also comes with this little adapter, and one side it is an audio jack which will be connected to the AV port on your projector. We will show you when it gets there. Also, these are the prongs for the audio. These are for our right and left audio, and for the video this is called RCA connections, so you can connect it to older type of gaming or VHS or even beta tapes. This will help you out. There is an AC adapter. You can see this part will be connected to the projector, which is really good. And then this one is created for Canada, United States. Now if you do live around the world, they will give it a different one so it can connect. It also comes with this little remote. Now most of these projectors come with this type of remote. It's an IR remote. It is inside of a little plastic, and they put it in a plastic so it doesn't get scratched up. Well, here you go. You can see it has the power. You have the little settings button on the top. Then you have the screen size, the Keystone, and also source. You have the navigation key with the OK in the middle. Then you have menu, home, also return, volume down, mute, and volume up. And that's about it. There's nothing around it, just the IR sensor, which is right on the top. This little part is when you put it on the ground, it does not move, which is really good. And also, you want to open the back. There should be a little part that you can put your fingernail to it, and that's how it opens. And no, you don't break it. There's no batteries included in the box, but you can get 2 AAA batteries, and this will really work and function. And when you're putting it back together, you got to bring a little force. There you go. And now it is perfectly closed. And the big moment is the actual projector itself. It is a little bit big size, so we will just take it out. There is a little handle for it that you can grab, and that way you can take the plastic off from the bottom. Now plastic is created so that way it doesn't get scratched up. And yes, there's another plastic in the front. We gotta take that out too. So satisfying. And here you go. So this is how it really looks. When you put it on a side, the lens is big enough. You see everything around it and all the connections. So let's go ahead and cover everything about it first, and then we will turn it on and test it out. All right, so from the front you can see there is a lens cap that you can take off, and that way you can play with the actual projector. There's an IR sensor, and then name of the company written in the front really nicely. Now when you go to the side, you have 2 parts. These are for speaker, and then you have a little spot in the bottom which is going to be for your power. Now when you go to the back, you have more space. This is mostly about breathing, and also the speaker is going to be around here. and then you have one USB connection, you have one headset jack, and then you have an AV port. This is where the AV port will be connected. And then you have an HDMI connection, and you also have an IR connection so that we can make the IR work a little bit further. But for that you need adapter, and it's not part of the box. Going on the other side also, you have a little part for and then this part is for the handle, which I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds. Now the handle itself comes down so you can cover that part, and then once you flip it on the top, there you go. So there are some buttons. This one is going to be for the source, this one is an escape button, and then you have a navigation key with the OK in the middle. And then on the top, if you look, this is where you will be able to focus the screen itself, and then the Keystone is going to be digital. Now when you go to the bottom, you have these little rubbers so it can stand up. There's a little part that you can hook this up on a tripod, and then there's a little sticker that will give you a lot of information about the actual company, how much power it intakes, and everything is going to be written in the bottom. Alright, so as soon as it turns on, this is their main launcher. You can see that starts from home, going to HDMI right over here, and then it goes into AV port. Now if you hook up AV, this is the one you got to select. And then goes into Miracast, which is going to be iOS, and then also going to the Miracast for Android. You can see the little Android icon. Now going on the top, you also have the Bluetooth, and then you have Wi-Fi, which we already connected, and the Bluetooth is on. And also you have if you hook up a USB, it will be LED. And the next thing is settings. So this is the big part. But if you have a USB connected, it will start reading it, and you can go so you can play music, also movies, photos, and office documents. And that way you can see it. Now if I have to go on the settings, here are the main settings. You have Wi-Fi, you have Bluetooth, and also you have projection image settings, which we will go one by one inside. And if there is any updates, you can click on here, it will switch. The first thing it says is the online, and then after that it says local, and then you have the restore to factory default. That means you can reset the whole projector, and we're not interested on that right now, so we will go back, and then it says other settings. You can select it. Now over here it has some little parts, something like boot to source option. Also you have the power on option or standby, so that way when you press the power one time, it just goes to sleep mode, or you can also make it direct. And one more thing is the language settings. Here over here you can change the language to something totally different. You can see that they do have more than few numbers of languages available on this that you can go through. One more thing is schedule shutdown. This is really cool, that if you want to play something and you want it to shut down after an hour or 2 hours, this is where you're going to be able to process the maximum minute, 120 minutes, which is exactly 2 hours. But right now we do not need to set that up, so we will leave that alone. Another part is about when you select it, it shows you the system version, just in case if you ever needed to update and yours not up to date. This is where you will be able to find it, and also the MAC address, just in case if you ever wanted to figure out for your Wi-Fi or you want to set up your Bluetooth. This is a really good place to figure it out. Now let's go one by one. Number one is Wi-Fi settings. So once you go to it, right now it says switched on, so it is scanning right now for my Wi-Fi names. And once you select the proper one, let's just select this one, you will be presented with a nice keyboard in the bottom, and you have to enter your password. So using your regular remote that came with it, you just have to point to the screen and you can select your numbers. You can see in the bottom that I am moving, and once you select your letters, you can see that it start typing it, and then you can say done, and it will be able to connect very easily. Now I have already done that, so I do not have to set this part up. You can see mine says connected, so I will just get out of it. But this is how easy it is to set up your Wi-Fi. Let's go next to your Bluetooth settings. This is a really cool place to set up your Bluetooth with your speakers. If you have a speaker, go ahead, connect it. You get a better sound out of it through the actual Bluetooth speakers. Now if you have headphones or earbuds that are Bluetooth and you want it to be silent, you just want to listen yourself and watch the movie, this is a really good place to set it up. You can click on it and it says pairing. It should be able to give you an access on your earbuds, or it's just going to say paired, and you're done. The next part is the projection image settings. We will go to it. Now here's the best part. If you have back projection, you can do it with this, yes, and this is how it's done. Now if you wanted to make it backward because it's from the back projection, it's how it's done. When you select it also, if you want to hook this up upside down on your ceiling, this is how easy it is to fix it. And also if it is back projection but it is connected to the ceiling, this is where you go to fix it up. Except that the front part for me is good enough so I can play with this. The next part is the 4-point Keystone. This is next level. So you have to select it. And this is how easy it is for you to make it bigger or smaller. And this way you get a proper picture out of it. You can also go up or down. You can see that it is. Just keep moving. Now this is possible using your navigation key and then the OK button to move from one side to another. And you can do that. Now press OK. You can see that it moved to the other side. Press OK again, goes to the bottom. And you can use your arrows, what indicates to you to up and down, to make it move. So this way you have a straight lines all the way across. That's not the only thing. Your focus will be really good too when you're playing with it. Here you go. This is that part. Now the next part is the biggest part that a lot of projectors have it manual, or it does not have this function whatsoever. And this little projector have it, is called zoom. Now this has digital zoom. When you select it, you can see right now I'm 100%. Now here's the best part. The other ones you've seen before that we had to go slowly because it was blinking all the time, and it goes down to a little number. Now with this, it's very easy. You just point and you have to press, and you can see how small the screen gets from about 2 meters. Or when you press it back to go to 100%, this is maximum that you can see. Beautiful. Now the further you place your projector, the bigger it will get, and also the quality will change once you go further. So the one that I recommend all the time is maximum 120 inches, which this is our testing, and you will get a perfect picture with a perfect color and also perfect brightness. Now the next test we will do is going to be brightness. So let's get out of this. So this is our reading from very near to the projector itself. It's out of 2000 lux. We got 400 and roughly about 440. It goes a little bit higher than that too, but this is one number. Now near to the screen. Now this is just a fan noise to see exactly what type of numbers we are getting. Yes, this is their 5000 series, and this is the 128 AI. Yes, this comes with 4 GB of RAM. Now when you look on the naked eye, there's not much pixels shows up, but once you go near to the screen, then you're going to see it. Let's test that out. Now when you go near to it, you can see the pixels, and I did this hands-free so I can show you guys how it really looks. So there you go. This is how it really looks when you have a proper video on your screen. I have to mention a few things that once you have your lights off, this is how it really looks. Now let's turn on the light. Now remember that I am hands-free. You can see that I'm moving my camera. So now when you turn it on, this is how it really looks. Unless you have a dimmer and you can make your light a little bit dim, and then it looks beautiful. But it is really made so you can watch it in the dark. So once you turn off the light, this is how nice and clean it will look. So yes, this is not really made for daylight. This is really made for night. And you want to go to the backyard and you want to play something on the screen. This will really grab your attention and it will do the job for you properly. That's not the only thing. You can hook this up on top of a tripod and it will sit properly for you. But you do require to have a power line connected in order for you to play with it, except that it is beautiful. Now while playing with this projector, we thought, you know what, let's connect our Xbox to this. And once we did that and start playing video games, I start noticing that the latency on this is really good. It's not that low and it's not that high. So which means is if you are going to play a first player shooter or you want to play it online, you're not going to see that little latency that once you press the button and how fast it will get to the screen. In this case, it's going to go to your console, to the projector, then it's going to be on the wall for you to see. It's very low. We did not really measure it by a number, but I can say that when we are playing with this car, you can see that it goes very smooth. It goes really nicely, and you do not have to worry about making sure that you do a move ahead of a time before you see the action on the screen. So it's perfectly played very well. Now, this was our take on this projector. I have to mention that this is something that we try to bring out in little pieces, and I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.